Guys, what's up? I'm Janine. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be testing out another drugstore foundation. You guys know I'm sorry I'm testing out so many foundations, but you know what? I gotta find the right one, okay? I want to find the best high-end for myself and the best drugstore for myself. Everybody's skin is different. Everybody's texture is different. Everybody's pH is different, so you gotta find what's best for you, and the only way to find out what's best for you is to try it. Today I'm gonna be trying out a drugstore foundation and a drugstore concealer. They're both from the same brand, y'all. Milani. You guys have probably seen the Milani Conceal Perfect all over YouTube, but I haven't seen a lot of the Milani Retouch Erase Concealer. I already tested out these two products, but I'm going to give you my honest opinion and my feedback about what I thought, what it did for me, what it didn't do for me, etc, etc. If you guys want to see my conclusion, hear my thoughts and opinions, and watch this tutorial and check out the coverage, because you guys, look, I just have my eye makeup on, you guys. I don't have anything on my face. All I did was I put cream under my eyes because they're really dry. I put a moisturizer and a primer on already. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into this tutorial, or this first impression. It's like a third impression for me, you guys, because I've already worn it like twice. So I'm going to start off right away with the Milani Conceal Perfect 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I am in the color 04, which is medium beige. If you guys are interested in buying the Milani foundation, you can find it in like Target, online, or at Walmart. That's where I bought mine for $8.97, and it is a 1 fluid ounce bottle of foundation, and it comes in 15 shades. It originally came in 14, but there were a lot of complaints about not having a lighter shade. So there is a new shade called 00, and it is called Light Natural. I've been reading a lot of reviews online about this foundation, and a lot of people had the same complaint, that the foundation was kind of yellow and it oxidized and got a lot darker than the initial color. I'll say right off the bat, the foundation is actually a nice size. It feels like, you know, good quality. It's glass. And then when you take off the top, you have a pump nozzle, which is great. Like, I have high-end foundations that do not have a pump nozzle, and I think that it's awesome that it does. It is the Conceal Perfect. It's a 2-in-1 foundation plus concealer. It says here that it's medium to full coverage. It's lightweight, oil-free, long-wearing, water-resistant, and sweat-proof. We gonna find out, girl. I'm gonna let y'all know about all of that because I live in Florida. It's very humid here. It's very hot here. The weather changes like crazy, you guys. So I'm gonna be real with you guys about this, okay? Because Milani don't pay my bills. I paid for this with my own money, okay? I don't have no reason to lie. And it tells you how to use it as a foundation. It tells you how to use it as a concealer. Because this is a medium to full coverage, if you're someone that has acne, has scarring, discoloration, redness, or under eye circles like me, it says that it will cover all of this. So if you want to use it as a foundation, you apply a dime-sized amount of product with your fingertips. You apply it on with your fingertips or with a brush, beginning at the center of your face and blending outward. As a concealer, it says you can use a small amount of product and apply it where additional coverage is needed in a tapping motion until blended. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on. I'm going to squirt a dime-sized amount, and I'm going to actually use my beauty blender with this because I don't really have a good foundation brush for it. I don't want to use my hands, so I'm going to use my beauty blender. Boop. So I want you guys to see the consistency. A little bit more. I love that it has a nozzle, you guys. You don't even understand, you know, like the ones that don't have one, I'm like, what were you guys thinking when you created this? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people say you have to work quickly with this because of the oxidation.
Let's go.
I like to use tapping motions to really press the product in instead of like smearing it all around your face. I did not put any color corrector on because this is a foundation plus concealer, and it promises to be medium to full coverage, so it's buildable. And I want to see how well it does on its own. I want to show you guys how well it does on its own without a color corrector, you know. So if you are somebody that's like me that has dark circles, mine are hereditary. I probably don't get enough sleep to begin with, you guys, but Dark circles are hereditary, and they also can happen because of lack of sleep. So you should be getting enough sleep. This blended out, I mean, I didn't use that much, and I will say this foundation does a really good job of blending out. And it also, you don't have to use a lot. A little bit goes a long way with this foundation, you guys. And I think for the most part, this is a really good match. It hasn't dried yet, so when you guys see it dry, it is going to change color. It is going to oxidize. It's going to get a little bit darker. So keep that in mind if you want to purchase this foundation. Just know that it's going to get darker. So what you see in the bottle is not what's going to happen on your face, girl. No. So this is just the initial application, which I think I did pretty well of covering up, evening out my skin tone. But I really want to emphasize a little bit more under my eyes just to get the under eye circles a little bit better. But I feel like my skin looks like the same color, okay? Just one more little pump. Because I have freckles. So it says if you want to use it as a concealer, to use a little bit more and tap it in. It does have a little bit of a fragrance, nothing overwhelming or powerful, but it has a really nice, like pleasant, like clean, not very perfumey. It just smells like a nice clean scent. I actually like it. It's really nice. So I just want you guys to see how my pores look. I have like bigger pores in this area right here, but make sure y'all get your neck. You don't want your face to be one color and your neck to be another, girl. No. Okay, I'll tell you right now, on camera, you guys probably cannot notice it, but I notice it very well. This is showing every single texture on my face. This foundation is showing every bump, every pore, every single thing I have on my face, you guys, and it's looking a little wet. Of course, I need to go ahead and set it, but it's looking a little bit wet. It's definitely not a matte foundation. It's just looking a little wet, and I'm not crazy about that. You know what I mean? It's just emphasizing a lot of the texture that I have on my face. I have a little bit of milia. They don't show up all the time. The milia that I have just shows up like whenever it feels like showing up. And if you don't know what milia is, it's just like little like bumps that you have like on your skin. And see if you guys can notice. I don't like the way that that looks, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and go on with the concealer portion of this tutorial. The concealer here that I got is the Milani Retouch and Erase. And I got it in the color 03, which is medium light. And it comes in 6 shades. So I got the 3rd shade in. This was $10.46, which is kind of expensive, I think, for a drugstore concealer, considering that I get the Maybelline concealers, I think, are pretty decent for the price. It says gently squeeze and apply concealer, blend with cushion tip or applicator. So when you take it off, it kind of reminds me of the Instant Age Rewind by Maybelline, but it's not. You guys can see that I used it. So you squeeze it out from the top like this, and then you can apply it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it under my eye. And I'll tell you guys right from the beginning, because this isn't the first time that I've used this. The first time that I used it, I noticed right away the yellow tones. Actually, their foundation and their concealer, this concealer and all of their foundations, from what I've been reading and from what I've seen, are kind of yellow tone. They're very warm. They're not like neutral colors or cool tones. They're more like warm and yellow and orangey. Like, so they're more for darker skinned or tan skinned people. But now they have the light So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this out. And this is supposed to cover up dark circles. And y'all know I got them. But it's kind of yellow, and even though I got the medium color, I mean, I think it's doing a great job of covering my under eye circles. I wish I would have just done one eye and just let you guys see the other eye, you know what I mean? So you guys can see that it did a really good job of covering my under eye circles. I feel like I can't even see them things, girl. I've just been up for 14-15 hours right now because I worked all night, and y'all can't even tell that I have not got sleep yet. Boo-boo, boo-boo, come on, look. I just feel like my face just feels wet. Like I just feel like I have product. It's not like it's heavy. This concealer is supposed to be creaseless. It's not supposed to crease or anything, but I just feel like it's just emphasizing this foundation and concealer, I feel like it's emphasizing every bump and every crevice on my face. It's making my face look worse than I've ever seen, actually, to be honest. From far, but I want you guys to look up close. Do y'all see these cracks and lines under my eyes? I'm not that old, y'all, to be having all this shit under my eyes, yo. I don't like the emphasis of everything that I have on my face. Like, I don't feel like I use that much product. And I've used other foundations and they did not make my face look like this, okay? Like, my face looks really oily. Like, my face is not oily. My face is like normal to combination, and combination meaning that I get oily in the T-zone. But I feel like my face, it just feels wet. Like, it feels tacky and sticky. Not like super sticky, but like it's sticky. Like, my fingers are tacky to my face, and I don't like that feeling. I'm gonna go ahead and set under my eyes and set this foundation so that you guys can see how it looks, and I'll tell you what I think about it. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm gonna set this whole thing in place to dry it because it just feels really moist and wet on my skin. I don't like that. I want you to see how it looks set. I still see creasing. So many people have like raved about this. I just don't know, you guys. I just don't know. I see lots of creasing under my eyes, and I want to love this so much, you guys, but I don't like the way it's emphasizing the texture of my face. I don't like the way my face feels. Even though I set it, my face still feels tacky. I tried this out for 2 days, and each day I used a different primer and I used a different setting spray. So I don't know if that makes a difference or if it changes it, but each day I had the same result. This is the 3rd time me wearing this, and I still feel the same way about it. It made my face really oily in places that I'm not usually oily in. Like, I get oily here in the T-zone, and I'm usually dry up here. But like I said, it just makes my face feel tacky, and every time I would ever touch my face, I would see makeup on my fingertips. Even though I used the setting powder and even though I used the setting spray, it was still transferring onto my hands. I could just feel like my face felt just sticky and oily. And I don't know if it's because of the climate of Florida or where I live that's making the makeup do this thing, but it's supposed to be sweat proof and waterproof, and I just felt like it didn't do that for me. I hate to give it a bad review because so many people have raved about it people that have acne scars have just raved so much about how well it covered their scars and covered their acne. I am not an acne prone person. I may break out here and there, so I don't really have issues with trying to cover up and using heavy foundation. But I will say that this made my face either produce more oil or the foundation is just super oily. So I don't know how it would be for somebody that has oily skin, because I don't have oily skin. I also noticed that my face did break out. Like I said, I'm not an acne prone person. I had a few bumps that popped up on my face, and I don't know if it's because there's an ingredient that I'm allergic to or what it was that made me react a certain way. And these are just my opinions and my feedback. I mean, you guys tell me down below if you've ever used this foundation, or maybe this is your holy grail. Like, I don't want to offend you, because you know what, if it works for you, it works for you. You have to use what works for you, you know what I'm saying? Especially if it's cheap and affordable. Like, that's what it's all about. If you can find something that works for your skin, that makes you look good and feel good, you do you, boo, okay? You do you. I can't tell you what to buy and what to do. I spend my money purchasing items, I test them out, and then I give you guys a review on it. You know, that's all I can do. I'm just saying, for me, I've tried other drugstore foundations and had way better results, had way better looking skin. It looks nice with the first few hours, maybe like 4 to 5 hours. After that, it didn't look really good on me. So I wouldn't say that it's a long wearing foundation. After hours of working, I noticed I had some separation on my nose. I just felt overall my face felt really oily. I don't have oily skin like that. So I just don't know how it would do. Like, even right now, my face is still tacky. Like, I don't get it, you guys. I don't know. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's I'm doing something wrong. Tell me down below. If you use this foundation, how does it work for you? How do you make it work for you? How do you make it not do this? Or is this something that happens to everyone? I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you guys can see, but I think it did a really good job of covering up and evening out my skin tone. Like, my skin, I feel like it covered up my under eye circles really well. Like, I can't lie. Look at that. I can't even deny that this concealer and foundation evened out my skin tone perfectly, beautifully. I mean, it's so nice, and even from far, it looks so smooth and so nice. But up close, like, you guys, I hate to be negative, I really do. But up close, I don't know, I'm not feeling it. I've had better foundations, and I'd pay extra to have something look better on my skin. That's just my opinion, you guys. But I just wanted to give you my review on this Milani foundation and concealer. You guys, thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments down below. If you guys want to see how I did this, comment down below. I can do a hair curling tutorial for you. I love you guys so much. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye.